As the Delta variant turns just about everything upside down when it comes to our outlook on this global health crisis, KIMT News 3's Anthony Monzon gives us an updated look at the state of the pandemic.
The vaccines finally arrived after months on end of the world watching on as a new virus, COVID-19, spread across continents. Scientists delivered multiple safe and effective vaccines in record time. Summer brought a renewed sense of normalcy, with favorites like the Olmsted County Fair returning here in Rochester. But now cases are on the rise once again in Olmsted County and across the nation, with warnings amassing about the rapidly spreading Delta variant. Here's what we know from leading health experts so far. The Delta variant is a mutated form of the original virus causing COVID-19, now the predominant strain in the United States. The CDC says it's nearly twice as contagious as previous variants and may cause more severe illness in those who are unvaccinated. All authorized COVID vaccines are still highly effective in preventing severe illness and death caused by the Delta variant, according to medical experts, but a small percentage of infections are now being found in vaccinated patients, known as breakthrough cases. The CDC believes low vaccination coverage in many communities is driving the large and rapid nationwide surge in cases linked with the Delta variant. On the vaccination front, 70% of Minnesotans 16 and older have now received at least one vaccine dose, a figure reaching 83% in Olmsted County. Still, 10% of COVID tests conducted across the county over the past week have produced a positive result, considered a high level of community transmission.
For people that are 12 and older, everyone that can get vaccine, we now have the highest vaccination rate in the entire state in this county. So we've done very well there, but that still means there's thousands and thousands of people who haven't been vaccinated.
Following the recommendations of public health experts, county officials and the city of Rochester are now requiring masking in their facilities. They're also strongly encouraging masking in all public indoor settings, regardless of vaccination status.
Whether we have additional surges or not is really up to this community and its members.
Meanwhile, Rochester City Council meetings returning to a virtual format as leaders weigh expanding mask requirements beyond municipal buildings.
We want to make sure that we're not posing being overly restrictive on those that have complied, that have vaccinated, and businesses that are doing good. But we do want to protect, in this community, our medically vulnerable and our children.
While organizations like Mayo Clinic and the Mayo Civic Center have already reinstated their mask requirements, local businesses are now facing the prospect of pandemic protocols returning within their doors. Holly Masick of Rochester Downtown Alliance says MedCity businesses are keeping close tabs on COVID conditions and are focused on keeping everyone safe.
There's a lot of concern from government, from everyone, to have to put new restrictions out there and shut things down. It's a fine balance. People want these businesses to recover and thrive. The businesses want to as well, but we also all want to be safe.
One of the sectors most vulnerable should case counts continue rising, the event industry, just recovering from a year that brought many within it to the brink.
It's not just the impact on me as an owner. I haven't drawn a paycheck in over 2 years, specifically because of that. But it's if we don't find a way to, not only as a, community deal with this pandemic and do it effectively, you're going to see a lot more people that are going to be struggling. And you're going to see that I'm not going to have this many people standing behind me. We're seeing indoor event cancellations already. We're starting to even see some outdoor ones that are starting to question whether or not they should go.
At Rochester Public Schools, revisions to the district's COVID safety plan are expected next week, including a possible update to face covering policies just weeks after the last. Top of mind for school board members, a growing body of evidence suggesting kids are at increased risk of infection from the Delta variant.
Foolishly, I think I was hoping that Olmsted County would remain an island untouched by this variant. As things were going out of control in Texas and Florida and other places, I kept thinking, we're doing it right here and we're going to avoid this. It appears now that maybe we won't.
I know people have very strong feelings about this. We really are listening, and we perceive the difficulty of this decision on both sides. For some people, it's a no-brainer on both sides, but most of the rest of us are like, this is really hard. And so I want to ensure people were grappling with that as we try and make these decisions.
In Rochester, Anthony Monzon, KIMT News 3.
And breaking overnight, the Food and Drug Administration authorized a booster shot of Pfizer and Moderna vaccines for transplant recipients and others with severely weakened immune systems. We'll, of course, get a live report on that and when those eligible can get their third shot coming up in just a few minutes.